Here we're going to look at working out the pH after dilution. Here we've got to calculate the pH of a solution formed when I add 25 centimetre cubed of a 1.5 mole per decimetre solution of HCl to water to form a solution with a volume of 250 centimetres cubed. So the first thing you do in a calculation like these is work out the moles of hydrogen ions. And in this case, the moles of HCl will equal the moles of hydrogen ions because it's a strong monoprotic acid. So my moles of hydrogen ion can be calculated by the volume and concentration given. So it's 1.50 times 25.0 times 10 to the minus 3, and that gives me 0.0375 moles. I now need to work out my hydrogen ion concentration, and that is the moles over volume, so it's 0.0375 divided by my volume, which is given in the question here. So it's divided by 250 times 10 to the minus 3. That gives me 0.150 moles per decimetre. And obviously if I want to work out the pH, it's minus log of the hydrogen ion concentration. So it's minus log of 0.150. That gives me a pH of 0.82 to 2 decimal places. We've now got a question where I've got to work out the volume of water in centimetres cubed that needs to be added to 20 centimetre cubed of a 0.1 mole per decimetre solution of sulfuric acid in order to give a solution with a pH of 1.5. First thing we need to do again is work out my moles of hydrogen ions. But in this case, being a diprotic acid, the moles of sulfuric acid does not now equal the moles of hydrogen ions. 2 times the moles of sulfuric acid equal the moles of hydrogen ions. I can work out the moles of sulfuric acid from the volume here and the concentration. So it's going to be 0.100 times 20 times 10 to the minus 3. Now that gives me the moles of sulfuric acid, so I need to multiply it by 2 to give me my moles of hydrogen ions, which is 4 times 10 to the minus 3 moles. I now need to work out my hydrogen ion concentration. I need to work out my volume. I've been given my hydrogen ion concentration, as you'll see. The volume then is moles divided by concentration. And I've got my moles value here. We've worked this out earlier on. The concentration of hydrogen ions we can work out from this pH. So remember that we can use this because hydrogen ion concentration is equal to 10 to the minus pH. So the moles is 4 times 10 to the minus 3 divided by the hydrogen ion concentration, which is 10 to the minus 1.50. When you do that, you get an answer of 0.1265 decimeters cubed. We then, because the question tells me what is the volume of water in centimetres cubed that needs to be added, so I'm going to convert this into centimetres cubed by timesing it by 1,000. That gives me 126.5 centimetres cubed. Now this here is the total volume, and it says what volume needs to be added to 20 centimetres cubed, so I need to take off the 20 centimetre cubed of sulfuric acid. sorry, minus 20 from this, centimetres cubed from this, and that gives me 106.5 centimetres cubed. And that is the volume of water that is needed. So there you've got two relatively straightforward questions there where we can work out the pH after we've diluted it, or the volume of water required to get a solution at a certain pH.